Welcome to the Oakley Podcast, Trucking Business and Family. This is Jeremy Kelly. I'm Director of Recruiting here at Oakley Trucking, and I am your host for this podcast. This podcast is here for a reason, and that's to bring you some good information, some good testimonials, some good success stories, some different things about Bruce Oakley Incorporated that maybe you didn't know. On today's episode, we're sitting down with another owner-operator, and this is a little special episode. I've done one in the past, but it's been a long time ago. But Aaron McGray was with us 6 years, I believe, and quit, and now is just coming back this week. So we're going to talk to him about his journey, why he left, why he came back, what he did while he was gone. But we're also going to throw in a little something that I'm anxious to hear about that I remember it happening, but I never did know the details. He got his truck stolen. We're going to talk a little bit about that too, and what took place then. But first, as always, I want to thank everybody for listening to the podcast. I appreciate y'all sharing it, promoting it and spreading the word. You know, we got a deal. I don't know who actually. I think it said FeedSpot. I don't know who that is, company. But we were in number 6 in all of trucking podcasts, and sent us an email talk. Tell us about that and we'd made the top 15. We got to looking in there, and we were number 6 in all of trucking podcasts. So pretty neat to hear that, to know that, hey, it's actually working. So we appreciate everybody listening to it and giving us comments and feedback and what we're doing here. So
a used semi-truck is a great way to kick off your career as an owner-operator on a budget, and buying from a reputable dealer like Aero Truck Sales ensures you're getting a reliable truck that fits your needs. They carry trucks from all the major manufacturers in the trucking industry and perform a thorough inspection of every truck on their lot to ensure safety and quality and give you confidence that you're getting a reliable truck that will last you for years at a price that you can afford. Being a longtime partner with Oakley Trucking and the Oakley Podcast, we trust them to provide our owner-operators with a truck that fits their needs and matches our qualifications. So whether you're a first-time owner-operator or just looking for a new-to-you rig, be sure to give Keith Wilson and Trey Visor a call at 573-216-6047 and let them know you heard it here on the Oakley Podcast.
Let's get right into this, Aaron. How are you, man?
I'm doing well.
I appreciate you coming up here and doing this. I know I hit you up a while ago, and
I got time to kill.
Yeah, a little time to kill here this morning. So tell everybody who Aaron McGray is.
I'm Aaron McGray, almost 54 years old, owner-operator, Oakley Trucking.
Where you live at?
I live in Beach City, Texas. I've been there about 10 years, transplanted there from Salt Lake City, Utah. Lived there a long while.
Yeah. Family?
Wife, 3 kids. Got 21, 28, and 35.
Oh, so y'all empty nesters.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, we replaced them with Dobermans.
Okay. How many of them you got?
3.
Really?
Yeah. It's
one to represent each kid.
Yeah.
Now, did you name them the kids' name?
No,
okay.
I don't want to remember those names. They're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone
on their own.
Yeah, we replaced y'all, so that's
awesome. They live around there too. I mean, are they close where you can see them?
No, actually, our daughter, she still lives in Salt Lake. She's a RN there at the University of Utah, and my 2 boys are active Army.
Oh, nice.
One's stationed in Germany, one is stationed in Colorado Springs, and he's currently deployed in Poland right now.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
How often you get to see them?
The one in Germany, maybe once a year. When they come to visit, they come and conveniently hang out for my granddaughter's birthday party so they can have it at our house, and
Gotcha.
We pick up the bill.
Nice. Well, of course.
Yeah, my other son, he comes. This deployment's 9 months, so it's going to turn into probably a yearly thing also when we see him, unless we travel to go wherever he's at.
I bet that's tough. Mom and Daddy worry a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
I could understand. Totally. Well, I can't. I don't have one deployed. I got one in New York City.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's got to be.
That's a war zone sometimes, too, there.
It is. It can be, for sure.
Yeah.
What does Aaron McGray do on the weekends? What's his hobbies?
Right now, just stay in air conditioning, pretty much.
Yeah.
I like playing with cars and stuff and mechanics.
Old cars?
Yeah, I've got me and my brother. We run it's a 1966 Tempest that we run on the salt flats. Do like just speed
Like
travel.
high speed stuff?
Yeah, it was, our older brother, he passed away. It was a car he built. We weren't really that involved with it. And after he passed, then we took the car over. We trying to figure out what we were going to do with it. We decided to run it as a tribute to him because he always wanted his car to go over 200 mile an hour. So we tried, put a little bit of him in the parachute and sent him off at about 160 before the engine let go.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What a fantastic story.
It was kind of cool. It was kind of surreal, but sorry, Chuck, we didn't get your car up over 200, but we're going to try again.
Are you?
Yeah, we built a new motor, and we're going to try her out. Probably not this year, maybe next year. So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's great, man. Good. That's a good story.
Yeah.
So you worked at Oakley for 6 years
Yes, sir.
as an owner-operator, pulling a pneumatic tank. Did you do pneumatic that whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then all of a sudden, after 6 good years, you got a wild hair and said, hey, I'm going to try something else.
Yeah.
Well, tell me what you were going to do, how that came about.
Well, I got some people that, I mean, they were kind of in my ear about starting to pull an RGN trailer, hauling heavy equipment and stuff, and seeing how much money, saying how much money they were making doing it, and so on and so forth. And found a deal on a trailer. Everything just started clicking, and I decided to try it out on my own. And I'm not going to lie and say that it was a pleasant experience at the beginning, middle, or end. It's
Did you
tough.
have to get your own authority and everything?
No, I leased on with a friend of mine's authority that was letting me use his authority. I give him a little bit of money every month for the pleasure.
How much did a trailer like that cost?
$85,000. It was a cheaper one, but it was brand new. So I'm into it about $100,000.
Now explain to our listeners that don't know what that is, like me and Annabelle, a RGN trailer. I kind of know, but
It's a removable gooseneck trailer where you separate the front where the fifth.
I've seen those. Yeah.
Where the kingpin is, you pull it off, and then it's got ramps. You pull the equipment up on, tie it down, and then back up, hook up, and raise it up, and take off. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock the mic there.
No, you good.
Yeah, and
So hauling just heavy equipment.
yeah, dozers, loaders,
Okay.
excavators, whatever I could get on there, pretty much. Rotomills.
Now, was he going to furnish you with all the freight?
Yes, that was the initial agreement, and then as time went on and I figured out how things worked and stuff, he's going to give me access to the load board using his MC number and stuff, and I never was granted that access for unknown reasons to me. It was kind of a control thing, I think. He kind of advertised me as his new driver and so on and so forth, and I was like, I'm not here for that. Then I was going to venture out on my own, like with my own authority. I was applying for that and everything, and started looking at the load board, and I couldn't get anything north of $3 a mile hauling heavy like that, and it almost turned into you got to know somebody to get the right rates and everything.
But you knew somebody. He was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I got you.
It was a selfish deal. They pretty much they baited. I'm not going to say they did it purposefully, but it was like, well, this guy coming in is going to take away from us, kind of thing. And being tight knit as it was, the community around where I was, they don't like sharing. So,
But you would think, because he's the one kind of recruiting you.
yeah, it was
over there to come do
it. Was
it.
very confusing to me, and it's like, what did I do to deserve this? I didn't, and I started thinking maybe I just got in with the wrong people. I can make this work on my own. Like I said, I was applying for my own authority, but when I started seeing the rates, it's like, I'm not going to survive doing this. I can go back to Oakley and pretty much make this and get paid for deadhead miles back, and it's sad to say that I can afford keeping that trailer working for you guys and not use it.
You still got it.
I still got it. It's parked at Tommy Alford's house. He
No
let me
kidding.
put it on the side of his house out in the pasture there.
So if somebody needs one of those trailers, it's for sale.
Very much so.
We,
I'll make a smoking deal.
so maybe if you still got it when this episode comes out, we may have. Hey, you never know.
Yeah, it's a 2024 Contender 53-foot 3-axle. Yeah,
May get it sold.
I'll even throw in the chains and bind.
How much money you think you spent on this endeavor?
When I left Oakley, I had probably about, I don't know, 20 grand total saved up. Just, for kind of just, I mean, I had other money to take care of that, but that was kind of the, I don't know what to call it, just extra.
Yeah.
And now I got about $1,600 in the bank, and and I was making money too. I thought I was, but I was spending more than I was making, so it just, yeah.
Just because of the all the expense that you incurred that you wasn't maybe going to be aware of, or just more than you thought?
Well, and just the fact that giving him the power to load me and stuff, I wasn't getting loads back, so I was deadheading a lot back. I was only hauling one way, and that was the biggest expense right there. And either that or hang out in truck stops and stuff waiting.
It's. I mean, I know people listening to this probably think, well, man, you ought to know better than that. But it's so easy to get sucked in, and I don't mean you got sucked in, but
I did. I did.
But it's so easy to do that, and think that, oh man, this is going to be great. I'm going to make a lot of money fast.
Yeah.
And I mean, because I fight some of those things when it comes to, real estate or investing or all that kind of stuff, and it's just 9 times out of 10, it is just stick with what you got that's making you money, that's slow and steady.
Yeah. And I knew better. But for some
What'd your
reason,
wife say?
She stood with me. I mean, she didn't kick me out or nothing, or it got a little tight there. I mean, she does all right for herself too. Okay. She's a contributor to the household also, and got a good career. But so it kind of saved me. She can support my trucking habit, I guess. But yeah, I mean, and I've been in this industry for what, 32 years now. I've had my CDL and stuff.
How long you been owner operator?
Just with you guys since 2018.
Okay.
February of 18.
What'd you do back before that?
Mostly company driver, like hauling crude oil, stuff like that. I was mainly crude oil, gas, and diesel and stuff. I'll just liquid tank from about 2002 up until the time I came on with Oakley.
You remember that time? What made you pick Oakley?
Because of my goofy neighbor, Tommy Halford.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Tommy's done that to quite a few people.
Yeah, he's made some money off of other people's misery. No, not misery. But no, it was right after Hurricane Harvey, and I'm also a volunteer firefighter, and we were doing water rescues, stuff like that during that time. Tommy lived right behind me. Our neighborhood wasn't affected. My pickup had broke down, so I started bringing one of the apparatuses home to respond quicker. My wife was locked up downtown in the hospital. They wouldn't release her because it's they call it, I can't remember what they call it. It's like some kind of name, like an acronym. Mm-hmm. But Carla, it's a Carla event. So therefore they lock them down in the hospital and keep all the staff that's there to manage the patients and stuff. So she was locked up for like a week down there. Wow. I was home with my son and my nephew that was visiting, and he noticed the apparatus in there, and he noticed me coming and going all the time, and I come back, and there's this guy out there on his riding lawnmower with a cigar sticking out of his mouth, mowing my grass. I was like, who the heck is this? I was like, why? Hey, I hate cutting grass, so it's like, should I be mad? Should I be like, what are you doing on my property and stuff like that? But he introduced himself, and I just started talking to him. And next thing, he brought his truck home one day, and I started asking him about it. And next thing you know, he's calling me up. He's like, "You serious about going on with Oakley?" And I was like, Well, yeah, I guess. I just don't know how to go about it. I can't afford a new truck and stuff, and I don't want to start off with a piece of junk. A couple days go by, he calls me up. He's like, "What color do you like?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You like silver, white, or blue?" And I'll never forget this. I said, "I don't know. I guess kind of like blue." You know. He goes, "All right. Hey, do you mind like calling Oakley?" And I called you uh, back then and started talking to you, and he next thing you know, he's like, "You get hired on," he's like, "I got you a truck, I'll help you out get started and stuff like that." And he pretty much put his name on paper for me, and I paid for the truck, but he got me started
Nice.
and stuff, and he just, I don't know, he's one of the kindest people you ever meet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Tommy's been with us a long time and has helped a lot of people, and he's just got a good heart on him.
Oh yeah.
He really does. He's
Yeah.
good.
But,
So that got you in the door.
yeah, and it was, I mean, and as far as Oakley goes with the recruiting orientation, getting you going on your first day, it's pretty seamless. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's one thing I realized leaving was I needed a team of Wendy's to to handle paperwork and stuff, because it was just endless and just so tiresome and just monotonous. Just
Yeah.
what, I didn't sign that in the right place? Oh man, and I got to go all the way back over there and do this and call these people, be on hold and stuff. But yeah, so,
Challenge when you go out there on your own and do
very
it for
much
sure.
so, very much
For
so.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, you got started in the pneumatic division. You did that for 6 years, and now you just completed orientation coming back.
Yeah,
You was gone what, 4 months?
yeah, almost 4 months. Yeah.
Gone 4 months. So, was it hard to make the call to come back, or easy?
Well, I called Bradley Simpson.
Yep.
He was my not previous, he was my first dispatcher.
Yep.
And I asked him, and Bradley's always been there for me. He's always been just a nice voice on the phone when you have a question or something like that. And I called him. I was like, "What would you think about me coming back?" And he's like, "Call Kent and recruiting and see what he says and everything, and then they'll come to us and do a yay or nay and all that." And it wasn't as hard as what you think it was.
Right.
I knew what I needed to do. I just did.
Well, and for a lot of people, pride gets in the way, and
Yeah.
I wish people wouldn't think that so much, but
I swallow it.
Yeah.
It just it is what it is. I know what I need to do to survive, and pride's got nothing to do with it.
That's good.
It's like I'm not gonna throw it to the side I'll throw it to the side in order to do what needs to be done. So.
Yeah. So you're working at Oakley, and I don't remember what year this is when this happened that we talked about. I talked about in the beginning of the episode, but your truck got stolen.
I
while
very
you
much
were
still
working
remember
here.
when it was.
You do?
Yeah.
Tell the listeners how this happened.
March of 23, I parked my truck on a Friday afternoon where I always parked it because I was doing a local gig from Baytown to Dayton. It was loaded with a load of petroleum bed coke, parked right next to Tommy Alford's truck, and at the Conoco truck stop there on 146 and I-10. And think anything of it. Sunday comes around and I get a phone call from Tommy's wife going, "Hey, where's your truck?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Where's your truck?" And I'm thinking she's talking about pickup or something.
Yeah.
I was like, "It's right here." She's like, "You have your truck at home?" "Oh, you mean my big truck?" "No, I ain't got it at home." "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Your truck isn't here." I said, "You're kidding me." A couple of expletives later and stuff like
Right.
you're messing with me. And she puts Tommy on the phone. He's like, "Man," "your truck's gone." He's like, I was wondering, what are you doing? Because we never worked on Sundays. And he had gone down, got his truck to work on it, bobtailed home, and brought it back. That was like around noon that day, and brought it back around just before dark to hook it back up. My truck was gone. So somewhere in that time frame, somebody had just come and snatched her up. And I don't know when it was, and they found the trailer, and
So they took truck and trailer and all.
yeah, truck, trailer, load, everything. And they found the trailer in Sweetwater, Texas, at parked in the back row of a TA truck stop or something like that. From what I understand, I've
Seemed like I remember that a little bit. I don't know
Yeah.
the details, but yeah.
they had ground all the stickers off the side of it, and they were going to try to use the trailer, but I don't think they could figure out how to get the coke out of it, because they had all the hatches open and it just piled up on the ground and it just stacked itself up and wouldn't come out. So I don't know where the truck is, but I have my suspicions. But it's just
So never recovered.
never recovered, never seen again. So
They didn't have any cameras.
no, they disabled the geotab. It still.
I mean, the truck stop.
Oh no, of course not. Not where I was parked anyway.
Right.
Conveniently, but yeah, filed a police report and just waited.
Golly.
And one thing to note is keep up on the current market value of your truck and don't change your payout on your worth
Insurance.
on your insurance, because if you try to just save a little bit of money, you're going to lose a lot if you get your truck stolen or totaled or something like that. Because my truck was worth about $170 on the open market back then, and I got paid out. I knocked mine down to like $125 or something like that, and I only owed $14,000 on it when it got stolen.
So you had changed the value on it
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
insurance?
knocking it down, to
Save on insurance?
save on insurance money, yeah. And they
So did you get back what you owed on it?
I only owed $14,000 on it. It was almost paid off.
Oh.
So that really stung. It's like, man, I was already counting the money. Had a new pickup truck ordered because I was going to use the money from my truck payment that I wasn't going to have no more to pay for the new pickup truck, and now I got another truck payment.
So you got your insurance money, and then
I put some down on another
truck.
Yeah.
and come back and got back to work.
Yeah.
How long was that? How long were you out of work? I remember it seemed like it was a while.
It was. I want to say it was a little bit over a month.
Okay, not as long as I thought.
Maybe a month and a half.
Okay.
March. It was like March 12th, and then I came back to work at the end of April. So.
You don't park there anymore, do you?
Hell no. No. I don't even buy fuel there. I don't even.
Please don't park our trailer there. Yeah, that's a experience that I hope nobody has to go through.
Oh, me too. I wouldn't.
Had all your personal stuff in it.
It had stuff in there that was my dad's tools and stuff, and just little knickknacks that I'd had since I started.
Yeah.
And it just, that's what stung the most. Stuff I'll never see again, never get back. Just little trinkets.
Yeah.
But truck can be replaced.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank goodness you wasn't in it, or somebody tried
My
to
wife
hurt you
would
or
probably
something.
like that if somebody stole me. So.
Yeah, you're like me. Nobody wants us. I mean,
Nah,
nobody gonna steal us.
This guy
I mean,
eats too much and cries a lot.
Yeah.
Just-
Oh man, well, I'm glad you came back to work here.
It's good to be back.
I know you hadn't got started yet. You're fixing to get started today, but I appreciate you telling your story and going through it. And I think people can resonate with that and understand. Hey, I've been in that situation too, especially as maybe not with the truck stolen, but as hey, I was thinking about leaving. People are in my ear constantly. Is this going to be worth it? Is this going to be a good deal? And then it not work out.
Yeah.
That's frustrating. And with us, we don't blame anybody for trying to better themselves, which is exactly what you were trying to do.
Yeah. There was no hard feelings when I left.
Yeah.
I mean, I was, the hardest part was out there peeling the stickers off my truck and second guessing myself at the time, but I made the decision and I got to live with it.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's just, somebody starts telling you that the grass is green on the other side. It's just, man, just look at your own grass. That's just.
It's so easy. We get spoiled, for sure. I do. I know got some of our owner operators do too, and you don't realize it until you go do something else, and then you figure out, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, I at least you're back here now to continue on. And that's the part that I want people to understand. I mean, there's always that opportunity because, it is probably known we don't bring a lot of people back that have left us.
Yeah.
We just, it just depends on the situation. Your situation was good. We left on great terms. You did like you're supposed to, and we welcome you back. Glad
Thank
you're
you.
back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
We're ready for you. It's a good family. So.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate everybody listening to this episode with Aaron McGray. It's a good story that that he's got, talking about his brother and how he's going to get that car up and going 200 mile an hour at some point here. And are you going to be driving it?
This time, yeah.
All right, he's going to be driving it 200 mile an hour. Don't do it on the street because it'll affect your CDL.
You got to test it somewhere.
but hey, I appreciate everybody listening to the Oakley podcast once again, bringing you a good one, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks.